You can be good at your job and still feel stuck. Maybe you look at tech jobs and feel like they're asking you to become a completely different person. Learn to code. Build a portfolio. Start over. And for a lot of smart people, that's where the journey quietly stops. Not because they're not capable, but because the jump feels way too big. What a lot of people miss is this. Moving closer to tech in 2026 does not always mean becoming deeply technical overnight. A lot of modern AI-powered work is really about learning better workflows. They can help you do better in the job you already have. They can help you freelance. And they can help you move toward tech-adjacent work without pretending you're going to become a developer next week. So in this video, I want to walk you through 3 simple AI workflows that can help make that shift feel practical. The first one is AI research and briefs. This is useful anytime someone asks you to look into something. Maybe it's a vendor, a trend, a tool, a process issue, a customer pattern, a business idea. Most people handle that by opening way too many tabs. They skim random pages. They end up with messy notes that don't really help anyone make a decision. That's where a tool like Perplexity can be useful. It helps take a broad question and turn it into a more structured answer with sources. And honestly, that's the real skill here. It's not just typing best tool and hoping AI figures it out. It's knowing how to shape the question. So instead of asking, what's the best scheduling software? Try something like this. Compare 3 appointment scheduling tools for a small service business. Include setup difficulty, rough pricing, reminder features, customer experience, and best fit. End with a short recommendation and a comparison table. That changes everything. Now you're not just browsing, you're building a brief. A simple way to think about good prompting here is context, criteria, and output format. What's the situation? What should be compared? And how do you want the answer returned? That one small shift makes your output much more useful. Then once you have the answer, you move it into a short brief. Business need. Options reviewed. Recommendation. Next step. That immediately makes you look more organized, more thoughtful, and more strategic. The second workflow is process mapping with AI. This one is seriously underrated. A lot of people already know where work is breaking down. They see the delays. They feel the confusion. They know which steps are annoying or repetitive. They just haven't turned it into something visual that other people can understand. That's usually not a talent problem. It's a visibility problem. A tool like Whimsical helps because it can take rough text and turn it into a visual flowchart. So you start with the current process in plain English. For example, client sends inquiry. I reply manually. Sometimes I forget to send the proposal. Then I create an invoice. Then I send onboarding notes in a separate email. Nothing fancy, just honest. Then you paste that into a flowchart tool and let it turn into something visual. And once you can see the process, you can start asking better questions. Where are the delays? Where is work being duplicated? Where is a step depending too much on memory instead of a system? Then you make a second version, your improved workflow. Maybe proposal sending becomes more consistent. Maybe onboarding becomes a reusable template. Maybe payment confirmation triggers the kickoff email automatically. This is such a strong pivot skill because people are hired every day to improve workflows. Sometimes the job title is operations analyst. Sometimes it's project coordinator. Sometimes it's business analyst. Sometimes it's something else entirely. But the habit underneath is the same. See the process. Name the bottleneck. Improve the handoff. That's valuable. The third workflow is automation starter. And this sounds harder than it really is. When people hear automation, they imagine something huge and technical and complicated. But most beginner automation is actually very small. A form gets submitted, an email gets sent, a row gets added to a spreadsheet, a notification gets sent to a team chat. That's already useful. Tools like Make, Zapier, and Power Automate help connect apps so one action can trigger the next. If you're a beginner, start with one tiny workflow. For example, when a form is submitted, send a confirmation email, log the details in a spreadsheet or CRM, and notify yourself or your team. That's it. But that tiny workflow teaches you something important. It teaches you how modern systems think. Trigger, action, action, condition, outcome. And once you understand that pattern, a lot of tech stops feeling mysterious. This is where confidence starts to build, because now you're not just watching AI videos or collecting tools, you're actually improving a real workflow around you. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how these ideas fit into a full one-person AI business stack. Sales, marketing, admin, operations, strategy. So if you're a freelancer, solo founder, side hustler, or just the unofficial everything person at work, that next one is for you. And if you want something practical to follow along with while you watch this series, grab the checklist called 3 AI Workflow Templates to Pivot Toward Tech. You'll find the link alongside this video.